Hi there, I'm Achla Ramakrishna here, and I welcome all of you for the yet another React tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going to focus on how to set up the dev environment for React. In our last video, we have seen what is React, why is React needed, what is a single page application, and we have also discussed about the benefits of React. In this particular video, we are going to discuss about how to set up React dev environment. We're going to start with installing Node.js and npm, and then we're going to use a modern tool for creating React app, that is Vite. We're going to run that app in the browser. We're going to make changes and see how the changes are getting reflected. Also, we're going to understand the project structure of a React project. So the tools which are actually needed for React are like Node.js, npm, VS Code, Chrome browser, and your command prompt. So let us go to Google and try to download Node.js. So basically what you have to do is you have to type Node.js. The first link comes https nodejs.org. You can click on this get Node.js, and you can see get Node.js. The version which is currently running is 24.16. You can see that blue color label called LTS. LTS stands for long term support. So never download the current versions, always rely on the latest LTS. EOL stands for end of life, so avoid using old softwares, which is reaching end of life. Now I have a Windows operating system, so I'm trying to install in Windows. So this green color button, Windows installer, I'm trying to click on it, and then you can see the downloading has started. It takes less than 10 seconds, 20 seconds for the software to be downloaded. Let me check in my downloads. Oh yeah, I already have downloaded the Node.js, so I'm trying to click on it, and as usual I'm so comfortable in down installing Microsoft software. Like you keep pressing next button, the default installation is done. So now the Node.js installation is going on. This should not take more than a minute maximum for the installation to finish. While we wait for the installation is happening, let me talk about it. React. So these are the two softwares which we are trying to install, Node.js and npm. No, what is Node.js? Node.js lets you run JavaScript tools outside the browser, and npm is also a way to install packages which are really needed for your React project. So let me check on the installation. Hey, congratulations! The Node.js installation is done. Now what we have to do is we have to open the command prompt. So I go to the search and select command prompt, and then this is the command prompt. Yes, if you type node minus v, then you can actually see the version of node is coming, and as you know, the node version which we installed is version 24.16. Now we should check for the npm also. Somewhere around it will show around 11.13.0. If you are getting these two things, this proves that Node.js and npm both are installed in your app, in your computer. So we have already reached our first milestone. The next thing is you should always create your own practice workspace. So I think I already have a React workspace folder uh, in my computer, so you can actually see. uh, yeah, yeah, so I already have a React workspace kind of a folder in my computer, React underscore program. I'm trying to delete. Okay, fine. Okay, so let me create another folder called react underscore program. So I created a folder called react underscore projects. Now what we need to do is we need to create a react project using Vite. Vite is a modern build tool for front end projects, not only for React, for Angular, for Ember, for lots of JavaScript framework. Vite is actually used. So what we should do is we should go to react underscore projects, react underscore projects, and then we should say npm create Vite at the rate latest. Now it is asking for the project name, so I'll say hello react hyphen app. Now it is asking for what kind of framework you're going to use. So quietly I'm going to select React. Now it is asking the variant. TypeScript is there, but I'll stick with JavaScript. Whether you want the npm to be installed and started, I say no. So if I say yes, no, then it will not only install, but it will start the server also. So right now it is installing all the dependencies with npm. If not, I had to do like npm install, npm run dev, and then only the server will be up. So right now, as you can see, the server is up. The so you have something like a, so hold on your control key and you can click over there. Then at the browser level, this is going to open. So if you are getting this like get started and this white color window is coming, you can rest assured that you have successfully created a React project and it is up and running. Now the best part is we can actually go to React, go to Visual Source Code and do it. So first of all, you have to open the folder. And as you know, I have created this project in React underscore projects. So you can see a new VS Code gets open. And this is how typically the project structure looks like. So let me close the other windows which are actually not needed. So the first folder is node modules. Here you can see the list of node packages which got installed along with Vite. All these are very useful and these are all the ones which get installed in the beginning. And then you have the two more important folders. One is the public and the other one is src. Src is where you're going to set up all the React components, and in the public you can store all kind of images, etc., or static resources. Now the main file is index.html, and in case of React project you also need to know about package.json. This is where you can see that the kind of node components, node packages which are installed and their dependency and all. So you have React, React DOM, plugin React, React hooks, React DOM. All these things are actually available. As we move forward, we'll get into package.json in a little detailed way. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let's try something. Let us try to create, remove all the boilerplate code and keep only the code which is actually needed. So I'm trying to delete these two svj files. I'm trying to delete the assets folder. I'm trying to delete this apps or css folder, index.css file. Okay, this is App.jsx. So I'm just cleaning up the whole thing and then trying to do RFC. So when you do RFC, you can see that, and then you press tab, then a basic React component is getting created. By chance you don't get this, when you do RFC you don't get this, that means that you don't have the React extensions installed. So you select extensions and type React, and then you will see this particular extension ES7 plus React slash Redux slash React native snippets. See, I have already installed it. That means if you have this installed, then indentation, IntelliSense, and you can create the partial code, everything, so easily. So let me go back to here and then say RFC tab. This is where a default React component gets created. The name of the component is app. Now I will say h1 and I'll say welcome to React.js. Okay. Now, one thing which I wanted to tell is the name of the file is .jsx. Typically, JavaScript extension is .js, but here you see the extension is JSX. JSX stands for JavaScript dot for XML. It is a higher or improved version of JavaScript, and typically what we see is, even though you see most of the JavaScript code, inside the return, right, you see an XML snippet or a typical HTML snippet. So this is how the React is going to look like. We are going to learn about JSX in our I'm going to create a separate video where we are going to discuss on JSX in detail. Now the most important thing is you should save file and save. Now if I go to the terminal, looks like it is up to date. Now when I come back to the browser, mm, so I think there are some changes which we need to do. I have to remove this index.css from here. Uh, yeah, and you can see this welcome to React.js has come. So we have developed a minimal, we have the minimal code. From here we can start our projects. So going forward, whenever we create a new React project using Vite, this is how we will be doing it. Okay. Now there is another way of creating a, so the inner details of the project we will be discussing in our future videos. But I'll actually give you a small hint. You can see this, right, line number 10, div id is equal to root. This is the most important div for a React application. You can say that the whole web application is residing in this particular root div. And if you see the main.jsx, right, here what are we doing, this create root, you're fetching the root div and then rendering this app component, and this, in this app component we have welcome to React.js. So that is how this welcome to React.js you are able to see it over here. I repeat, go to the index.html and then you see line number 10, which is where the div has been created, id is equal to root. In the JSX file, we are fetching that particular div and rendering this app component, and in this app component we are just displaying welcome to React.js. That is how the whole display is coming. React is all about creating components and integrating it. Now the next part is, we have seen one way of creating a React app, that is using create React app. Hope you have liked it. There is another way of creating a React app which is known as using the create React app. This is a very slow process, but I think I'll give a shot. So I should go to the Okay, let me stop this window. Okay, now I'm going to the command prompt. I'll go back to react underscore projects. Most of the old projects and old tutorials have been done using create react app. So this is the second way of creating a react project. So you can actually say npx create react app, and let me say hello app. Uh, looks like there is an error. Create. Okay, I'm sorry. It should be npx, not npm. So npx create react app. We will get errors. We should get used to it. Npx create react app hello app. There it is. Okay, so N- npx will see, actually I haven't installed the create react app. So what I should have done is I should have done npm install create react app, and then I should have done it. But now, without installing create react app in your local computer, you can easily create a project. For that you have to do npx. Now this is it is actually doing the same procedure. It is downloading all the necessary react modules and all, using this particular template called CRA template. The problem is this is going to take a lot of time, maybe 5 seconds or so, more than a minute. Sometimes it takes 2 minutes. Okay, so what I will do is, yeah, so we created the React project using Vite. Now we are trying to create a new project using create react app. Now there can be lots of errors you get. Now while this installation is going on, as I told you, this is going to take a lot of time. You can have your lunch, dinner, coffee. Sometimes this is my favorite joke. When I take this corporate training classes, I just start this particular thing and then start explaining React. And then maybe after 5 minutes I come and visit whether this whole thing is completed or not. So you might see, some common errors like node is not recognized, npm is not recognized, or npm install timeout, port is already in use, code dot is not working, etc. So these are all the standard things which are there. Now sometimes when you are working in a corporate environment, let's say that you work for a company called JP Morgan Chase or Citibank, etc., any of the corporate. Now there you'll have all kind of restrictions in terms of uh, accessing, downloading the software and all, and they have a good system in which how the softwares are getting installed. So you have something like you have to set this registry https registry dot npmjs.org, and then you also have to provide the proxy which using which the installation will happen. Okay, now let me check. Looks like, I've got good news. The almost the things have been installed. Now let's give some more time. In another 10 seconds this downloading will get over. So if you get this output called happy hacking, if you get this output called happy hacking, that means that create react app has created the project. Good luck. Now what we need to do is we need to go to we need to go to hello app, and then we can actually say npm start. So when you do npm start, we can actually easily it will start the development server. It starts at localhost 3000, and just give us another 4 to 5 seconds. You can actually see here, it is, and it is available. Now if you are, you can see this react icon and all kind of things. So if you see this particular window, 200% you have successfully created the react project. Now what is the next thing which we need to do is, this generates a lot of boilerplate code. Now let me close this. Now we have got two projects. Hello-React app. This has been created using Vite. Hello app, which has been created using Create React app. Now it is almost the same. You have all the same node modules which got installed, and in the public folder, in the src folder, you have lots of boilerplate code. Now let me do it again for this also. I have done this lots of times. I'm selecting all the, so I'm leaving index.html. So I'm deleting this favicon icon, and this logo mainframe robot.txt deleted. In the src, I'm deleting app.css, app.test.js, index. I'm keeping index.js, the logo.svg, report web vital, and setup test.js. Removed it. And then similarly I'm going to app.js. I'm removing it, and then I'm saying rfc slash. So this is the basic uh, react functional components. In react you can create two types of component. One is a react functional component, the other one is react class component. In the subsequent videos I'll explain about it. Here I'm simply trying to say h1 and welcome to react.js. I'm not going to do anything different. I'm going to do that's all. Now we should go back to index.js. I think we have to remove this index.cs. We have to remove this report web vitals and this particular part. Control S. Now you can see here the in localhost 3000, which has been created using create react app, the welcome to react.js is coming. Now you see, uh, I have this localhost 5173, the basic create react app project, which is done using Vite, and this is the one which is done using create react app. We are good for this particular video, and what we have seen is how to create a basic react project using Vite and create react app. I would like you guys to create your own React app project, give something like student app, and try it out. I would like to thank all of you to be part of this particular video, and we will give our best efforts in the subsequent videos to learn about React.js. Thank you very much. Bye bye.